Fucking yes! Oh, excuse me. Hello, once again, YouTube. This is the Reverend of Project KNM. For those of you who follow me on Twitch, yes, he is the Reverend. He is an illustrator, an animator, and a cynic on the side. And today we're going to go ahead and show you a Twitch feed of one of my commissions earlier this year. Someone actually asked me to paid me to do a commission of their own customized character. This is actually a character from World of Warcraft. And if you've ever played World of Warcraft, it's a massively multiplayer RPG for those of you who don't know it. An MMO, massively multiplayer online RPG, where you can basically design your own character and have an adventure. This particular one was from I've never actually played World of Warcraft, so I don't know much about the races, the different species people can play as, but I believe this one's called a Worgen. It seems to be like a clan of just wolf-like creatures. Pretty cool. And I'll admit, I had a lot of fun drawing this one. I have not drawn a lot of beastmen in far too long. And it's coming from someone who likes characters like werewolves and whatnot. Creatures of folklore and horror, that's always cool to me. The idea of just a saber-toothed werewolf with a big claymore, oof, sign me up, you know. So definitely had a lot of fun doing this. This whole stream was a little over 4 hours. I think it was almost 4.5 hours from start to finish. Totally worth it. This was fun. I think this was done on a Friday, so I had plenty of time to just sit back, relax, and just take my time doing this one. The particular client in the commissioner in question sent me a few pictures to get a basic idea of what this character looks like. And that's the biggest reason why I was able to do this as well as I was able to. Big fun, though. However, if it's one thing I really wish I was able to spend more time on, it's this armor. Especially now considering that, now that I think about it, RPGs are things I really need to take a look into much more now than I used to. And the reason why is because even though I don't have a lot of time to play RPGs, be it massively multiplayer online ones or tabletop RPGs, I'm actually currently working on a comic book based on tabletop RPGs. You'll be getting more information on that pretty soon, I guarantee. Just as soon as the website's been set up. The person I'm working on this comic on with, that was a poorly structured sentence. The person with whom I'm working on this particular webcomic is the writer and has been playing tabletop RPGs for much longer than I have. However, I've been doing illustrations and writing for quite some time, so this is right up my alley. So far, we've got some interesting ideas in our heads and some things already planned down. Right now, all I need is to go ahead and I'll start working on the very first chapter. We've actually got the trailer done, but that's But let me just get back to the big question I have for everyone here. The big question I wanted to talk about when it comes to this, now that I've finished this particular RPG character, it dawns to me there's a little question I want to ask people. It's what exactly do you find to be the big appeal in RPGs? I personally think that just the whole idea of role-playing games is just the perfect opportunity for just a person to be, for lack of better terms, the hero of their own story. I think almost everyone here wants to be the hero of their own story, you know? But I'll admit, sometimes this is mainly because I'm just so cynical. Sorry to be so cynical, it's all I know. There's a quote from Five Finger Death Punch, for those of you who actually listen to them. But sometimes I see myself as the bad guy of my own story. And I think that's mainly because of my own incompetence in certain things, or my own stubbornness to admit that I messed something up. I'm working on it though. I'm fixing it. And especially when it comes to my artwork. I'll be the first nowadays to admit that I've messed up on my own illustrations. And some people find a problem with that. They think there's something wrong with just admitting that you messed up. But if you never admit your own mistakes, you'll never correct them. But again, let me digress. The big question I have for you people in the audience, everyone watching, is what do you find most appealing about RPGs? I don't have a lot of time to play RPGs, but I know there's got to be something that really drags people in there that keeps them from ever just leaving. There are several RPGs out there. I mean, you can't really play all of them. At least not those massively multiplayer online ones. I mean, there's World of Warcraft match, but there's also like EVE Online, there's Terra Online, the one I used to play, Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Universe, like so many different Phantasy Stars. But there's some online ones. But there's always, I mean, what exactly keeps you there? Is it the community? Because there are a lot of people out there willing to help you, talk to you, and is it the perhaps the chance to really connect with people, people you normally wouldn't be able to ever really reach or talk to until you actually met them in this game? I know there's got to be a lot of people out there who have trouble really associating with people IRL, and sometimes like our games are just the perfect gateway to really get people to just connect with each other. And it's only a matter of time until the people that have been hanging around just online finally get the opportunity to just meet each other in real life and find out what it's really like to meet the real person. Like the person who commissioned me to do this illustration. I'm sure he's a really cool individual in the real world, but it's really hard to find out if all you know is their avatar. I mean, granted, we have microphones nowadays, so people can hear your voice when you're playing, but that's not really the same as getting to know the real person. And I definitely would suggest taking the opportunity to, if you ever can, if you're playing online, if you're playing these MMOs, or just if you get the chance, try to meet up. You have no idea how much fun you guys might actually have with each other. You have no idea just how much you guys might have in common with each other until you actually just, and it doesn't even have to be anywhere big. Just meet up at a bar or something. Meet up at a cafe. I mean, I hate to, bring up the series that I have never actually sat down and watched, but I know Sword Art Online really likes their freaking cafe scenes. You know what? To a degree, I can totally understand that. Cafes sometimes are the perfect place to just sit down and have some fun, talk to each other, get to know each other, find out where else you guys want to go. Maybe you guys like amusement parks. Maybe you guys like arcades. Maybe you like pizza parlors. Who knows? You'll know as soon as you actually, spend the time to have some fun with each other. Phrasing. I do apologize if I'm not really saying anything about regarding the actual drawing. This is actually a big fat experiment because, again, I haven't actually really worked on beast-like characters, and mainly I was using just the several images I had, thanks to the commissioner himself, actually providing like screenshots of their character in the middle of their time in World of Warcraft, which really helps get a basic idea of what the color scheme would be like. And I'm not sure if I got it really 100%, but I did the best as I could. And again, this was around 4.5 hours of just non-stop go, go, go. And for what I was able to come up with, I think I did pretty well. And of course, my client indeed thanked me for this. They haven't complained. Glad to know that I was able to actually meet their actual expectations. And with that, I want to say, with that, this video is about to end. So thanks for watching. Take it easy. Memento mori, and I will catch you all on the next one.